So this is a do not play Modern Warfare 2 Season 1 Reloaded, and I really didn't want it to come to this, but it got to the point where I was basically trying to put together a full review of the season, and it got to the point where I saw the unlock requirements for the Chimera, and it just really put me off. Then I played Shipment, and it made it even worse. But not only that, I'm not for this. Oh, if you don't want to unlock this weapon, go and purchase it in our store. Spend 20 quid on our game and get the weapon so you can cut out the entire grind. I don't feel it should work like that whatsoever. People are paying £70 to £100 for titles like this. They're going through all of the rubbish that the developers put them through with disconnections and false bans, and there's been a plethora of different problems with Modern Warfare 2. There are a couple of good things in this Reloaded season, but it's just not enough for me to recommend, so I'm going to say do not play Season 1 Reloaded whatsoever. It's just, Shipment is coming to a 24/7 playlist in multiplayer, and you're just running around and it's shotgun, 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 shotgun. I camped inside a container in order to keep myself alive to get my kill streak, but the time to kill in this game is so quick you don't get a second to move. Personally, and obviously this is all based on my opinion, personally I much preferred Shipment in Modern Warfare 2019. I don't like this new reimagined vision for Shipment. They've changed it around a little bit. They've completely changed the background of the map, and it's dark and it's rainy now. I don't like it. I can't get on with the map. The time to kill is ridiculously quick for being on a map that small. Obviously, if you're grinding camos, it's probably going to be a really good map for you. But for a map that you want to sit there and play Call of Duty on and enjoy, it's just not it for me. It really doesn't give me that, pretty much all of the maps in this game, I don't get that sort of enjoyment. Like Santa Cena Border Crossing, that's the worst fucking map I've played in years. But with that, you have the Chimera and you have its stupid unlock requirements. You can either go into 15 separate matches and kill 2 other players in those 15 matches. So if you don't care about your KD and your win-loss and all that sort of stuff, you can jump into a match, kill 2 players, back out, and it's done. Do that 15 times, you've unlocked the gun. Or at least I think that's how it works. And that also has to be with assault rifles. You can't use any other weapon class. Or the other one is to extract the weapon from DMZ Building 21. But the thing is, with that, they didn't release Building 21. You physically cannot unlock it from DMZ. There is no way to do it. Because now when you go to play DMZ, you have the option to play Al Mazrah, and Building 21 should be there. But the developers themselves have said they are not going to tell players anything about Building 21. They want it to be this sort of secret Easter egg. They're not going to tell anyone its release date or anything like that. They didn't release it with Season 1 Reloaded. So if you didn't want to play multiplayer, you just wanted to play DMZ or something like that. Say for an example, you're on the free one, you want to play DMZ to get the, you're on the free version of the game. You want to play DMZ to unlock the Chimera and you want to take it into Warzone. Yeah, you can't do it. I don't understand why they've released a gun with stupid requirements like this. You can obviously do it the easy way, you can jump into a match of DMZ with someone that's got it, they can drop it for you, you can exfil when the weapon's yours, like you can with the M13B. But I just don't get why they've released a weapon and put a requirement there for something that's not in the game. And they knew it weren't coming into the game. They haven't released Building 21 yet. But they have no plans to tell players how or when you can access Building 21 and use that unlock requirement to get your hands on the Chimera. And I went into DMZ initially thinking that I could go to Building 21 and I could find the Chimera, extract with it or exfil with it, and unlock it for myself. And when I realised that it wasn't possible, because I was looking on the map trying to find Building 21, and I thought, screw it, I'm going to go and look at a YouTube video and see how to get it. Then I saw, through the YouTube video, that it's not possible to obtain it in DMZ at the moment. I instantly ran to the exfil point because I've got a decent plate chest on me, I've got a bigger backpack, I've got a self-res, I've got a kill streak or whatever it is. I've got some good gear on my character that I didn't want to lose. So I made my way to the exfil, and when I got there were a bunch of AI enemies, and I was on a quad bike, so I was just driving around just killing all the enemies. Then out of nowhere, the extraction chopper comes in. I didn't call it myself, there was no other team around me. And when you normally call in the exfil, you jump in the chopper, it gives you a 5-second timer if your full team's in there. Well, I had no squad fill on, I was on my own. when the chopper landed, I got in the chopper and my timer never went down to 5 seconds. So I had to wait a full-on 30 seconds inside this chopper in order to extract or exfil from DMZ. So I don't know what is going on with this game, but there are loads of problems and let's continue with them. Not only that, speaking to Lewis said that the Chimera's camos are bugged and they're not unlocking properly, so there are issues with the Chimera as well. And that is pretty much all that really came into it. There's one new map being Shipment, there's a new weapon being the Chimera, then we have the raid, and I've done a full review separately on the raid because it took a long time to actually complete it. Is way longer than just like playing a match on a single map. But the raid, I think, is the best point of Season 1 Reloaded. There were issues with it, and there was something I spoke about in my review. The daily challenges that you could do in co-op or multiplayer to get your hands on a raid assignment, they work now, but on release day, there were no daily challenges you could actually activate and complete in order to get an assignment. So you were forced to go into Warzone, into DMZ, and do it that way, because the daily challenges had no physical way of giving you a raid assignment. They do now, though. If you go into multiplayer, you go into co-op or whatever, you can see the daily challenges, and the unlock, like on the right-hand side of the challenge itself, will say raid, and it will have like the note or whatever to say it's a raid assignment instead of XP. So I don't think this Season 1 Reloaded is anything to write home about. There's no point jumping off the fucking rooftops and going crazy over it. It's just a camo grinding map that we've seen ever since Modern Warfare 2019. It's a new weapon which is from older Call of Duties, and then it's a raid. They didn't actually release Building 21 for DMZ. They've changed a few things around. Now, there's a few different changes here and there which don't seem too bad. But overall, the content you're getting, the new gun, I've heard that it shreds. It's a really good weapon if you're using it in multiplayer or whatever. Even in Warzone, apparently, it's amazing. So they've given us one gun, which has to be unlocked through stupid requirements, or just fuck you, give me money and go to the store and buy it. They've given a new map which has been around for years, and then they've given a raid which I feel could have done with a lot more effort, but I won't say much more than that. I will leave that for you guys to watch the full review of the raid if you are interested. So in my opinion, what you get from the package, it's a free update, so if you fancy playing it, obviously play it. I'm just putting out the warnings that I personally don't think this Season 1 Reloaded is any fun, so I will not be playing much of it whatsoever. I just have no interest for stupid shit like this. The map is horrible with a time to kill like Modern Warfare 2's. And when you pair that with shotguns that are a one-tap from quite far ranges, yeah, it becomes a nightmare to try and even fucking move. I couldn't explore the map and see all the changes they did, because every time I left my little spawn container, there was someone standing there with a Lockwood 300 or an Expedite 12. And then whenever I spawned in the open, I had someone pretty much breathing down my fucking nose. It was horrible to play this. I really did not enjoy this one. But I mean, there might be players out there that are having the most fun in the world. I didn't come across any disconnections, didn't have any lag or anything like that, so technically it seems to work, but there isn't a lot that they really released, so I don't think it would have been hard to actually optimize the content. But yeah, overall, my recommendation is do not play it. I was really hoping I could get out a full review for this one and go into everything in detail, but I didn't have the motivation or the interest to just sit there and slog my way through a grind to unlock the Chimera. There's absolutely no fucking way I'm going into a match, killing 2 players and backing out 15 times after using an assault rifle just to unlock the gun. And I'm not sitting there through 15 entire matches in order to unlock it. I'm not going into the store and giving them money. I've already paid £100 for this game. I'm not paying a penny more to unlock a gun. And DMZ, it's impossible to unlock the gun because, you know, they didn't actually release the building that is required to unlock it. I mean, you can't make this shit up. So yeah, for Season 1 Reloaded on Modern Warfare 2, I am done with it. I do not recommend it. My recommendation is that you do not play it. But obviously, at the end of the day, it's up to you. And what we are going to do is leave that video there. Check out this video if you want to see other content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.